Well, still ahead, 1 in 5 couples meet online, but shopping for a significant other online can be difficult.
You bet. And coming up next, Mayumi Muller, the founder of MakeItAGreatDate.com, stopping by with some expert tips to help you find the person who's right for you online. All right, 8:41 now on your Friday, and it's gorgeous. You know, dating online, very popular right now, but it can be tricky because you never know who's behind that other monitor.
And here are some great tips for dating online is Mayumi Muller, founder of MakeItAGreatDate.com. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much.
And this is something that a lot of people either are doing right now as we speak, or maybe they're a little afraid to try it because it can be really intimidating. So what are some things you suggest when you're sitting down to make that profile? What do you have to make sure you include, and what should you make sure that you leave off?
Right. You know, I would say when you're sitting down in front of that computer and you're thinking, oh, the type of person I want to meet or I'm looking for, be honest. Because if you're not honest with your profile, then you're going to attract somebody that might not be the right person for you. So I would say honesty is the best policy.
All right, so a study out this month shows women respond to men only 4% of the time, while men respond to women 18% of the time. So obviously men are trying a little bit harder out there to get attention. So what is the best way to get someone's attention online with your profile, and how do you make that first email, that first point of contact work for you?
Right. You know, I would say men, what we like is to have somebody know a little bit about us. So read the profile of the person that you're going to shout out to or send the email to. And then I would say keep it short, keep the email short initially, but have something specific to that woman's profile that you're going to put in there so that it captures her attention.
Okay, so if we're trying to capture someone's attention through our profile, what's the best way to do that? What's the thing that's really going to get that 4% number to go up a little bit if we want to get attention?
Well, you know, again, it's just reading the profile. So if I am an animal lover and I clearly put that on the profile, maybe mention, hey, you know what, I have a dog, or I'm in the process of getting a dog. I see that you like animals. What kind of animal do you have? Or what kind of pet do you have? So by reading that profile, it shows that you just didn't go through the process of looking at all of the cute faces and then clicking on all the cute faces and sending an email. This way it's specific to that person.
Homework.
Yes.
This is where it starts to get a little complicated. You exchange some emails. At what point, or after how many, do you finally agree to meet in person? And what's the safest way to do that? I mean, there's this big show all about, I think it's called Catfish, and people carry on these online relationships for so long, and then it comes down to meeting in person, and it's scary.
And I've seen that show. It's crazy. But, you know, I would say the best thing is just, there's no magic number. There's no 4 emails, 5 emails. But what I would say is that be honest in correspondence, exchange some emails, and then go with your gut. You'll know after a few. You don't want to drag it out too long, because then it gets to the point where, like Catfish, where it's this 1 year and you haven't made the steps necessary to meet with that person.
And if someone's reluctant to meet, is that a red flag?
Yes, that's a red flag, because you're wanting to date. You're on a dating site to date, not to be online and be behind a computer all day. So you want to be able to get them in front of you.
So you have now figured out that you're going to meet this person offline, and you got all those butterflies in your stomach, I'm sure. What would you suggest for a first date with someone that you have just a little bit of interaction with online?
That's great. You know, there's 2 ways. Depending on your flexibility with your work or your schedule, I would say lunch or coffee. It's quick. You can pop in, have a nice lunch, a sandwich or coffee, and see if there's a connection, right? I love happy hours. I think happy hours are the best thing. So happy hour, you can go in, you're off work, get half-price appetizers and drinks, you're relaxed, you have a nice environment, and then you can decide, okay, an hour is long enough, I'm going to excuse myself, or if you're going to take it to maybe a dinner.
What about social media beforehand, doing some research on your date? Do you check them out on Facebook? Do you Google them? Do you do all that, or do you wait to get to know them a little bit?
You know, in my opinion, I would say no.
Really?
Yes, because I think that there's a lot of information on the internet, if you Google me or some other people, that can be incorrect, can be perceived differently. So as organic as we can keep it, right? Going on an online dating, you want to have something to talk about. we want to keep it back to the basics, which is talking on the phone, communicating, talking in person. So don't research them. Now, after a few dates, or maybe after the first date, if you want to do a little research to maybe validate what you said or what they said on their date, then you can go and check them out.
Mayumi Muller is the founder of Make It a Great Date. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you here. And for more information, you can check out their website, makeitagreatdate.com.
Great weekend for outside dates. Let's check in with MJ for a look at your forecast.
Yeah, it's really true. You can go out to a festival or something. It'd be a wonderful time.